Oh my god, I'm supposed to push the button. I forgot to push the button. Menacing music. Menacing, spooky music. Everybody think about the spooky music. Everybody, fucking spooky shit at the beginning of this. Oh my god. Repasquita. My butler already ate. Puffy already ate food. He's not as hungry now because he already ate, but he's still starving. Puffy. Oh my god. It's time to push the button. Button pushing. Natural born button pusher and lever puller, brought to you by Dirty Diapers. I don't know what today's show is brought to you by. Nothing. Today's show is brought to you by Nada Mucho. Is Nada Mucho a thing? I don't know. We better look it up. Nada Mucho Incorporated? Nadamucho.com is a free volunteer online music and pop culture blog operated from the Pacific Northwest. What? From the Pacific Northwest? That's where I am. That's where I am. Are they actually posting content? Who are these guys? This is the beginning of the show. It's very exciting while we look up a random thing that I said. And we're not actually brought by Nada Mucho, the website, that's for sure. It's a free volunteer online music and pop culture blog. We also like feet. Oh, God. All right. Deleted. Deleted. Deleted, man. We got to delete it. Oh. Motherfucking internet, man. I'm telling you, every time you try to come... great. And then I go saying that. Every time you try to come onto the internet, the next thing you know, somebody tripping and saying shit about feet. And I realize I have a light on back behind me. There's a light back there. See that fish tank? Let's move me. Look, there's a light on back there. You guys see that light? It's a shining. It's a shining. Oh, actually, hold on. Here's what we should do. Should turn off this light. And we'll turn on that light. See, we turn on that light back there. Is it cooler? I don't fucking know, man. Just turn on some goddamn lights and I'll glow. You know? To the extreme, I rock the mic like a vandal. Hello, camera. I am here. There we go. Okay. Anyhow, what's up, everybody? It is Monday, December 9th, 2024. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, your boy, Gerald, over here, a tidbit sleepy, okay? I'm a tidbit sleepy like a sleepy McSleeperton. You know, last night I was like, I gotta be to bed by 10 because I gotta get up at 4. Nope, didn't happen. I got to sleep at 12:30 and woke up at 3 o'clock because I was like, oh shit, it's time to get up. No. I needed to get up at 4:30. Sorry. So that I could take a shower. and I could wash my butt, and I could shave, and I could do all of that stuff because I had a dentist appointment at the opening of the dentist office this morning. I had a dentist appointment, and before anybody freaks out, this will mark one more year that I get to keep my wisdom teeth. Your boy gets to keep his wisdom teeth. 3 of the 4 wisdom teeth are totes fine. One of them, unbeknownst to me, at one point in time had something impacted up in between it and the other tooth. The molar tooth. The big fat tooth that do the chomping and the grinding. You know what I'm talking about? Like cow teeth. You know how we got these dog teeth in the front? We got the dog teeth right here. Right? Then we got the chimpanzee teeth right here. And then we got the cow teeth back there. You know what I'm talking about? Cow teeth. Something got stuck in between. Okay, let me go back. Jeez. I got to clue you in on the lore, all right? Everyone's confused about the lore. No one knows what the hell is going on here. I have all 4 of my wisdom teeth. They're like, when they're up in here inside your skull, and then they slowly move their way down, and then they come out in your mouth. Normally for people, they come out sideways, upside down, backwards, whatever, doing a backflip. You know, you got a wisdom tooth doing a backflip out of your mouth. Not good. And the doc goes, "Oh my sweet Mary Mother of Pearl, we must extract with surgery." And then they rip out your wisdom teeths. They rip them out. They rip them out of your head. And that was not the case for me because my wisdom teeth came in all straight. Not to say that they weren't a little bit queer. They are a little bit queer. They make you tilt your head like this. Huh? And they came in straight, and they fit right in my mouthpiece. Voila, Bob's your uncle. You got all the teeth. You got all the cow teeth you could possibly have. You could chew your cud like a real son of a bitch, and then, send it back to your 4 stomachs. It'll churn around in there, and then you'd spit it back up and chew on it some more. And people be like, wow, look, he must be content. He's chewing his cud. And that's how the world works. I don't know if anybody knows about this, but that's how the world works. Anyhow, mine came in straight. Totally fine. At some point in time, in between, I got to look up the tooth numbers. Hold on. We got to look up these tooth numbers. Tooth numbers chart. Like, how many fucking teeth are you supposed to have? 32. Where did this thing go? Tooth chart. 32. I have 32. This is... Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Wait for it. We don't have a yellow arrow anymore. Fuck. We lost the goddamn yellow arrow, and we're living in sin without a yellow arrow. Okay, we've lost the yellow arrow. We don't know where to find it. Can we bring it back from the depths of lostness? I don't know. I should have done that when we were not live, and I don't know. You'll have to deal with my tiny arrow, as it were. So if you go down, which way does your head go? Left or right? So, oh my God, it's tooth 1 and 2. On the right-hand side, 1 and 2 top. Number 1 says it's the 3rd molar, a.k.a. wisdom tooth. Boom. Bob's your uncle. This guy right here. On the right-hand side, upper. And the 2nd molar, the 12-year molar, number 2, right here. Something got jammed up in here at some point. I don't know what it was. I don't think anybody ever knows what it was. For whatever reason, I just never noticed whatever it was that was stuck in between these two teeth. Like I think like a sliver of something got stuck in there. I don't know. Anyhow, it got like decayed right there. Now, my old dentist, who was he was a baller, you know what I mean? Like he was a cool dude. Like he was a badass cool dude. He retired. Anyhow, that was the guy that found it and was like, "Oh my god, something's going on with this tooth. We got to get this figured out." And at the time, I had to get what was it, 8 rounds of periodontal cleaning. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Are you guys familiar with periodontal cleaning? Because it turns out when I was drinking all the time and doing drugs all the time, I was taking care of my teeth, but not well enough, obviously, right? So between 1 and 2, they got decay in there, and my previous doctor said, "You know what? We can make this work. We want to get all of this mouth work done." By the way, this is like 12 years ago. We want to get all this mouth work done. Then we're going to see where we're at, see if we can't avoid a major surgery. That was his thought process. His thought process is like, this is a major surgery. We're going to be removing something from your head. The better thing to do is let's see what we can do to repair the damage and whatnot, and just see how this goes. So after, a couple years of really like babying it along, it's like, you know what? This is probably going to work out fine as long as you are doing a lot of mouth maintenance and making sure that everything's going good in your mouth. You should probably be fine. And then I've also been using this different toothpaste that you use at night before you go to bed. And it has fluoride in it, has extra fluoride in it, and some other calcium and some other bullshit. You have to get it by prescription. And, so to all the anti-vaxxers out there or whatever, like, oh my God, fluoride toothpaste. It's a prescription toothpaste. Use it before you go to bed. And it helps supposedly with kind of, not necessarily regrowing is not like even its claim, but it helps to maintain it better. It's basically just like, air quote, the best toothpaste you can get or whatever. I don't know. Anyhow, so this was like 12 years ago, and today I got an A+ on my teeth from the hygienist, who said kind words to taking care of my mouth this morning. And yeah, we shall keep the wisdom teeth for another year. We're not going to be ripping them out. The new dentist was like, nope, we're looking like we're on the right path. If this ever starts to really cause you a problem, then you need to contact us and we'll schedule it and we'll get it out of there. But if not, we're doing good and we'll just keep going. So that's where we're at. And I managed to get home by 9 o'clock so then I could take Olivia to her doctor's appointment. And then the rest of the day I have been in what do you call it? Meetings, business meetings for business proposals to see if we'll book some jobs or not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how any of that works out. In this day and age, everything is probably going to change within the next month. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This isn't teal, but it does say 25 months. Holy moly. Yes, for sure. We need to address the super chats elephant in the room. I posted a goal today, and apparently somebody is making it. They're making it their goal to reach the goal. That's kind of how goals go. Witchy Cat with a $5 super chat says, chat number 1, have you noticed the commercials for SAP that are running on streaming channels? Given the murder of the United Health CEO, they seem sketchy. No. And the reason for that is I do not watch commercials. I do everything I can to avoid commercials in my life. I feel like let's see, I'm 44 years old now, and there was at least minimum 35 years of my life I was exposed to a constant barrage of advertisements, as it were, whether it be on TV, magazine, billboard, newspaper, sides of buses, just random signs. Every time you go to a store, there's advertisements for everything, everywhere, every product, constantly, never-ending fucking advertisements. And I hate them, and I hate the fact that I remember advertisements. Like, where's the beef, right? It's literally like a corporate fucking slogan. Just do it. Nike, I don't want these things to exist in my brain. I don't want them. Yet they're there. They were pushed in there by a corporate media structure that still runs like out of control in this country. Actually, out of control on this planet, let's be honest. I mean, let's be clear. I was in Lima, Peru, where we stayed at a hotel for one night. I looked out the window of the hotel in Peru. Albeit, this was more like a motel. So it wasn't like a fancy hotel or anything like that. But I looked out the window, and there was a giant Verizon billboard blocking the view of just about everything out the window of this motel. Which is weird, because you're like, is that billboard for the motel? Was it put up for the motel people to look at? Is it like individualized advertising for potential travelers to Peru to see a Verizon ad? You know? I don't know. It felt that way. And I was like, that's absurd, because, you know, flew like 20 hours, traveled like 20 hours, 18 hours. I don't know, however the fuck long it was. To get all the way to Peru, to only like open up to see the view of a billboard of an American. Hold on, scratch that. Is Verizon an American company? No, I think they're British, right? Verizon, American company. Huh? Oh, Verizon is American. Okay. Oh, you know what I was thinking of? Virgin. I was thinking of Virgin. I think that's what I was thinking. Verizon was formed in 2000 when Bell Atlantic and GTE merged. Oh, God. You know, you just want to look something up, and you got to find out about a big-ass merger. You got to find out a big-ass merger. Great. Bell Atlantic and GTE merged into Verizon. So it's like Verizon wasn't even like a company, a started company, right? It wasn't like oh, the Verizon guys picked themselves up by their bootstraps and bootstrapped themselves into some shit. Nope, just a merger of some other companies, and then oh look, we have a new company now. Oh. Abysmal. But it is the story of the United States. It's just a shitload of companies buying each other's companies until one of them will win. And I got to tell you, it is pretty obvious now that okay. I got to tell you guys, I don't know if you've ever seen the 1993 smash blockbuster hit featuring Dennis Leary, Sandra Bullock, Wesley Snipes, and Sylvester Stallone. Have you ever seen Demolition Man, 1993? Have you ever seen that? Because in Demolition Man, they travel to the future. I don't even know where they travel to the future. What time do they travel to the future? 2032. And this might actually be the timeline that we're on, We may actually be on the Demolition Man timeline, okay? And in the Demolition Man, the movie, they reference a thing called the Corporate Wars, where Taco Bell was the winner of the Corporate Wars and essentially became the one monolithic company that controlled everything. Every market, every restaurant, every whatever. Taco Bell was the winner in Demolition Man. Now, the only thing that may be different for us is that it might not be Taco Bell, okay? It might actually be Amazon. It might actually be Berkshire Hathaway. I don't know. I don't know which one it's going to be. Is it BlackRock? I don't know. We don't know. But it seems like we may actually be on the Demolition Man timeline, which means that we all need to start familiarizing ourselves with how to use the 3 shells, okay? If you don't know how to use the 3 shells, you're going to be really screwed here in the next couple of years. They said 2032, okay? They said 2032, so I mean that's realistically going to give us 8 years to learn how to use the 3 shells, right? My computer keeps crashing the web page, the YouTube web page for some reason. This keeps happening while we're streaming, and it says we don't have enough memory, but memory is fine. There's plenty of memory, and I don't know what the fuck is going on with that, but it keeps happening. Probably has something to do with Demolition Man and the Taco Bell Wars, I would guess. And we haven't gotten to the bottom of it yet, but we'll figure it out at some point. I don't know. I have to reload this page so that I could read the chat. Now I got to scroll back up. No, I haven't noticed those commercials because, like I said, I've been doing everything I can to avoid advertising. It's just a smart thing to do. If given the murder of the United Health CEO, they seem sketchy. You bring up the murder of the United Health CEO, and you know, there's been a lot of people commenting about it. There's a lot of people been talking about it, and I don't even know if there's really much to say. Like, a bad guy got murdered, and that sucks, and we don't like murder, and we don't condone murder, but you know, if Hitler gets murdered, sometimes people dance in the streets, and it turns out this guy had a dancing in the streets response. Not saying that he is Hitler, but I'm saying, like, when Hitler was murdered by himself, the Dutch, l'Orange, they danced in the streets, right? Hold on. Let's see if we can't find that archival footage. The Dutch dancing in the streets after liberation. WW2, Hitler dead. There we go. That's the search terms. Here we go. 1945. Oh, that's not them dancing in the streets. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Coming up. Look at this shit. Here they are. Here they are dancing in the streets. Were they doing the jitterbug? I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. Eindhoven. Look at that. They were dancing in the streets and kissing each other on the mouth and spinning around in a circle. It's like a merry-go-round or something. Maybe that's the jitterbug. Who knows? Is that the jitterbug? Maybe we don't know. Maybe nobody knows. Yeah, this is what happened. They danced in the streets. Like the youth in hold on, let me see. Let's see if we can't find this. We need to find the right thing. No, yeah, we're no. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. We have the archival footage right here. Yes. Here we go. We have the archived. We have the archived images for y'all to take a look at. See if you guys can decipher the importance of these images here, as seen on your screen. See, these are all very important moments in the Earth. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. Sometimes the teenagers, they get dancing up in the streets like this. Oh, whoops. What is this? Step up to? Step up to the streets. Here we go. Oh, is that step up to the streets? Or we want step up, right? Step Up's the original one with what's her name in it, right? Let's see if we can't find this. Hold on. Here we go. It's that guy and that guy. Right? No, that's Channing Tatum. That's not what we're thinking about. Well, let's be clear. We don't know what we're thinking about right now. There's a movie. What's the hold on. Who's the gal in what's that Matt Damon movie? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? The one with yeah, I know. There we go. What's her name? We'll figure it out here. We'll Save the Last Dance. It might be Save the Last Dance. What's the gal? Maybe it was in number 2. Maybe it was in number 2. Julia Stiles. That's who we're talking about. That's who we're thinking about. Julia Stiles. That she's in something. Movies. Where's that dance movie? She's 43. We're basically the same age. D-Rock's got it. Julia Stiles. That's right. That's right. Save the Last Dance. There it is. It is Save the Last Dance. We were wondering if it was Save the Last Dance. Now, if you want to watch an absolute nonsensical movie, take notes while you watch this movie, because it makes no fucking sense. It's insane. It's totally insane. It's an insane movie. It makes oh my god. Julia Stiles is amazing and very, very pretty. And also has a keen ability to position herself to make herself look not pretty. Somehow. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But Save the Last Dance makes no sense. I hope you do go back and watch it and take notes. Take notes about all the things that you're like, this makes no sense. How is this happening? How can this be? We got to close this tooth chart. We can't have that open. What is this? Hold on. We got to deal with the we got to deal with this for a second. We got to look at this. Hold on. What? Shipping? Oh my god. Shipped. Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We like that. Where's the shipping details? Oh, there's the tracking. UPS. UPS probably lost it already. Yep, not found. Doesn't even know. They don't even know where it is. UPS, once again, drops the ball, doesn't know what's going on. Then you got to go to a whole new website because UPS is such dog shit that it doesn't work right. Every UPS driver is fucking awesome, though. Those guys are all radical. I love them. Their workers are fucking great. The conglomeration is a piece of shit. What? Pop-up AI window. That's very helpful. It's good that every website you go to now has AI pop-up window. so you can talk to a fucking robot. Thursday, December 12th. Okay. It left December 6th. It takes that long to get here. Okay. If you guys don't know, I had to pay my web hosting and Google hosting fees this last week, which was a crippling number that I did not feel good about. So I appreciate these super chats, and we're going to work our way through them with my ADHD riddled live stream style. Number 2, I dare someone to match me today. Someone or someone's to match me today from Witchy Cat with the second $5 super chat. Alyssa said, dare accepted with a fucking $20 super chat. Scott Sherman Stub with a $5 super chat said, I'll play your game. And you'd be like, do you like scary movies? Hey, do you like scary movies? Yeah. What a pervert. Vicky likes scary movies. She's a pervert. Quickly followed up by another Skogs and Shrimp and Stuff with a $20 super chat. Says, I'll play by an unknown set of rules. All right, I like it. Solid response. Also a $20 super chat. It's getting wild in the super chat venue today. Quickly followed up by a $5 Witchy Cat super chat that says, 3, I'll invest in voices you believe in. ... Winky smiley face. Winky smiley face. Winky smiley face. I only wink at inopportune times, you know? Like the other day, there was a guy, he was picking up some heavy stuff as I was walking by, and I winked at him just to let him know. He's got some strong glutes, you know? Got to shout out to the powerful, strong man, you know? I like to do it at inopportune times. Times that don't make any sense, right? And may or may not make somebody uncomfortable. What? I had a friend use the word embiggen today when she COVID-brained enlarge. Good. I like it. I was going to say something and then I about burped at the same time, and I didn't want to burp into the hot mic, you know? As you guys know, because you guys are watching, from the secret cameras in my house, Vicky brought home French dips for lunch. It's kind of making me a little burp a little bit here and there. So apologies, I guess. I don't know. Recap Harris showed up, and Vigilum showed up. Said, great topic. Yes, great topic. Dystopian metal? Okay. Then we had a $10 super chat from Skog Sherman Stuff. Says, pants buttoned, buttons pushed, lasagna eated. I like it. I do like lasagna, like a badass lasagna. Quite a good time. I mean, you're talking about like a savory cake. You know what I mean? Savory cake. It's pretty good. Green Room's open in case any of you weirdos need to call in today and verify your credit card information after doing all of these super chats. You have broken the super chat goal of 10, which means I'm going to have to host a Friday Fun Day stream, which was a big promise on my behalf to host a Friday Fun Day stream. What should our next goal be? All right, hold on. I gotta... Guys, how do I... Start a poll. Wait, how do you start a Q&A? Can you start a Q&A? Start a Q&A. Just say something in a Q&A? I don't know. It says you could start one. Fuck it. We'll start a poll. Start poll. We can't start a poll. This doesn't work. I don't even know what the inputs are. Topics for Friday's stream. You guys put them in the chat, and I'll read them in a minute once I'm done reading all these super chats. 4, not done yet, from a $5 Witchy Cat super chat. 5, Feeling Friday coming on, the $5 super chat. Then Skoggs came in with another $20 super chat saying, why is Friday such a day for things to be based on? Why are they special? I don't really get it. It's just another day, but I'm here for it. Oh, you can hit the likes. You can hit the likes on the super chats. You can hit the likes on the stream. You could go to the stream, share button, and share it out with your grandma. See if your grandma can get in here and yell at me about how Donald Trump is so great. It'll be fun. We'll have a laugh at the elderly's expense. Then a $5 chat says, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight, get down tonight. Good job, team. Heart emoji, you guys. And without a single fish fam message. Yeah, what happened to the bot? Where's the fucking bot? Where's the bot when we need him? I don't even know. I don't employ the bot. I haven't hired the bot. I haven't even asked the bot to ever do anything, but the bot shows up. From time to time, it seems to be like on its own thing, you know? They probably enabled whichever AI is the hot one right now. I don't know. Who the fuck cares? It's an AI model. Who cares? Mine too on Opera. Electric Boogaloo 2 and Save the Last Dance. Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's where Electric Boogaloo comes from. She's ballet and he is hip hop. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like she's like a downtrodden dancer. Like she doesn't want to dance anymore. Here I was like Footloose, but I was wrong. Footloose, American classic for sure. Teenager forced to move to a small town, blessed with puritanical ideas and being oppressed by the local church people. They have deemed that dancing is the devil's work, I believe, and they disallowed the teenagers from dancing and having dances in general, probably because their genitals would rub together or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing that's what the church people are envisioning because they're all fucking pedophiles. So, you know, they outlawed dancing, and then through so much individualized bravery, Kevin Bacon dances on top of a Volkswagen Bug, brought to you by Adolf Hitler, by the way. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of strange things going on in films these days, featuring cars produced by Hitler or designed by Hitler or commissioned by Hitler, or however you want to put it. There's a lot of Hitler stuff, you know, in the media. So it is what it is. Facebook was being a little bitch about sharing today. Well, I see. Hard to complain. Hard to complain about the Zuckerberg effect. Whether that works or not, it's a question. It's a question whether it works or not. It's a question whether who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? Does anybody know? Does anybody know why Facebook is broken? No, we don't know. Nobody knows. It's a mystery. It's a goddamn mystery. Let's get to our fucking what are our topics today? Let's check out our topics. Where's my description? Where did it go? You're supposed to be able to read it over here. So many super chats. This goddamn thing's broken. It doesn't know what to do. We've totaled $104 of super chats today. I don't know what to tell you about that, but somebody will write in and say, If I had $104 of super chats, I would do something. I don't know. People will tell me all about it, but I appreciate you guys' super chats. I will do my best to do the Friday Fun Day stream. If there is a job, I'm going to have to go do the job because it's going to total more than $104. So I may have to do a Saturday stream or something. I don't know. We'll make it work. Admittedly, I put the goal out there because I was like, I don't think we're going to meet the goal. What's our new goal? 10 super chats? Okay. We'll set a timer. 2 hours. How does that go? No, we can't do that. What was the shit? I can't remember. Oh no, it's because of the fluoride toothpaste. I can't remember. What the hell was that? Turd Ferguson. There we go. Turd Ferguson. There we go. Start goal. Okay, we've started a new goal. There we go. Hey, start goal. It won't let me start the goal. Okay. Okay, we'll just go back. We'll just stay with our current goal. It was telling me to start a new goal. So we're not. Okay, there we go. No callers. We don't have any callers. Where the hell did my topic go? I'll find it. Where did my topic go? It's on the other page where I write shit down. Here it is over here. Okay. With the who. The failure of man, reflecting on how societal and systemic failures have brought us onto the brink of a reckoning like no one has envisioned before, except for the writer. Hold on. Who wrote Demolition Man? Who wrote Demolition Man? Robert Runeau and Peter M. Lenkov. Demolition Man is an American dystopian science fiction action movie. It stars blah, blah, blah. The story was inspired by Aldous Huxley's dystopian novel, A Brave New World. Oh, Jesus, come on, man. Should have known that. You know, I gotta be fucking smarter than. Oh, there's a bunch of vibrators here. Oh yeah, that's right. This channel is sponsored by potentially people buying vibrators off of Amazon because we're an Amazon affiliate. Instead of advertising the fleshlight like Joe Rogan did, we're advertising random vibrators for ladies. You know, we're doing the polar opposite. That is the exact same thing. To always point out and make fun of the fact that Joe Rogan used to constantly advertise the fleshlight, which is, if you don't know what it is, it's a pocket vagina for men to masturbate with, and that's how he made all of his advertising money early on his podcast. So we're going the other direction. We're helping to liberate vaginas. We're helping to liberate vaginas to be able to finally have some pleasure. Just, you know, you don't even need a dude around. I mean, it's probably better to just have no one around, right? Like, that's sort of how vaginas work. So you don't need anyone around. You don't need anyone for that. And to finally have some joy for, 10 minutes or whatever. Aldous Huxley, Brave New. Aldous Huxley. I got his name wrong. And here it is. Here's the Amazon link for it. Oh my God, you guys, the Amazon link. You can buy the audiobook. You could buy the audiobook. And here's the link. So, Aldous Huxley, The Brave New World. I should have known this. Roughly based off of that book right there. If you go buy it, we get an Amazon affiliate link. Federal Trade Commission says I got to tell you about it. If we do, so I did. Boom, there we go. All right, that's the link. You can go there and buy whatever you want. Maybe you're not a vibrator shopper and you want to buy a fleshlight. You could do it. Go through that link. You know, just stop giving your money to Joe Rogan. How about that? Just stop doing that. Skog Shrimp and Stuff says, my mom and I share an Amazon account. She's going to have some questions. I will guarantee you, Skogs, your mom will not have some questions. She won't. It would be a brave new world. Ha! If that were the case. If your mom would be like, I think I would almost guarantee that like any lady, let's see. So Skogs is probably 35, I would think. So your mom is at least 55, maybe 60. I think most 55, 60-year-old women are probably not going to bother asking their sons about their Amazon purchasing situation when it comes to self-massaging devices. I would guess. Or maybe you have like a really open conversation dialogue with your mom. I don't know. That very well could be the case. That's really old water. I'm drinking it anyhow. Vicky says you'll get diarrhea from drinking old water, but joke's on her, dude. Joke's on her. If you already have diarrhea, it doesn't matter what water you drink. Oh, got him. D-Rock has a solid point here. The question would be, where's mine? Christmas is coming. Boom, got him. Double entendre. Christmas is coming, right? Got it? Coming tonight. Oh my God, Witchy Cat's in the chat. What are you doing? Self-muted. Self-muted. I can't unmute you.
Yeah, I had to self-mute myself because I'm bad at talk over. I know it's super loud, as usual, because someone's deaf.
Yes. I'm deaf and dumb and blind.
No.
But I play mean pinball. I'm a pinball wizard, must be a wizard. I don't even remember how that song goes. He's got such a supple wrist. He doesn't need a supple wrist anymore because you could go through our Amazon links.
There you go.
You don't need to engage with supple wrists anymore. Modern technology will bring... Never mind. What's up, dude? What are you doing, dude? What's going on?
I got actual vitamin D today from the sun. I don't know what to do with myself.
Oh, vitamin D.
First time I've seen the sun in maybe like a week and a half. It was exciting.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was sunny out today. It is sunny out today. I should be out there sunning and gunning, you know what I mean? And doing.
Doing and doing, sunning and gunning.
I feel like I already did the office meetings, phone calls, all that shit. Dentist appointments, doctor's appointments. I've already done all that stuff, so I probably should do some more labor at some point.
Manuel labor. Cool.
Yeah, I should do something at some point.
I didn't want to interrupt your topics, but I too was getting out of memory, and then YouTube gripes at me for...
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with that. What has changed? I don't understand what has changed, but I mean, maybe one of my sticks of RAM is dead or something, and it's only on...
Yeah, it's an Opera thing, because it doesn't happen with Chrome.
No, it's happening on Chrome. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know.
Although I am noticing that, like, the total memory number is changing Like right now it says 2165 megabytes, and that doesn't make any
sense.
It doesn't make any sense divisionally, right? Like to divide, that doesn't divide into a whole number. I don't know. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe the RAM on this computer is dying, but there's 8 sticks in this one, so maybe that's what's going on. Oh yeah. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe one of the sticks is corrupted and causing things to run through the CPU or whatever. I don't know.
Instability.
Does it matter? I mean, we around here, we run the computer until it fucking blows up. That's how we run it. That's how we
literally.
It's like
the smell of burnt sulfur is.
Just wait until the smoke comes out of it. Colored smoke.
The little capacitors go pow pow.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like you just wait until it explodes and then go, oh shit, I got to get a new one and build a new one. Great.
Damage got me. Exactly. There's $2,000 I didn't have in my back pocket. Anyway.
No doubt. No doubt.
I did not mean to interrupt your topicing. So topic on.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? So as I was talking about, Aldous Huxley was the guy. As once again, I thought the writer of Demolition Man was the one that knew about it, but it turns out it's Aldous Huxley, Brave New World. Go read that book. He's the big thinker, not the movie writers. So obviously, once again, not the movie writers. It's literature, modern day literature, predicting the future essentially by looking around at the current affairs. I guess we'll put it that way. They're looking around at the current affairs and writing a commentary about their expectations of the directions that things are going to go. And it looks like they were probably pretty accurate. We're eventually going to work our way down. I don't think that we'll ever work our way down to one giant corporation, but it'll probably be 4 or 5 that essentially just own every aspect of every thing that we're going to be doing here in the future. Big agriculture will be one. A big technology. There will probably be 2 big technology companies, and then there'll be 1 or 2 handlers of goods. So probably like Walmart and Costco or something like that, right? So you'll have like Google and Meta, right? Then you'll have like Costco and Walmart. There might be like one big giant gas station, but it'll probably be owned by Walmart or whatever. And we'll eventually work our way down to just a few corporations will control all of the stuff. And as per like a perfect example, so about 4 or 5 miles down the road, there was a 7-Eleven on the corner. If you aren't familiar with what a 7-Eleven is, it's a corner store, convenience store. Sometimes it has gas pumps. Sometimes it doesn't have gas pumps. But you can go in there and you can buy yourself some Twizzlers, a bunch of cigarettes, maybe a bottle of what's that? Steel Reserve malt liquor. You can buy yourself some Steel Reserve malt liquor, some Tostitos, and some processed food chips, and then a Slurpee or whatever. You just go buy a bunch of crap, sugar and processed nonsense, and it went out of business. It went out of business, and there was a whole big to-do about it. That there wasn't. It wasn't like in the news, but there's a big to-do because they're like, "Oh shit, what happened to the 7-Eleven? What's going on here?" And then they had to take all the gas tanks out of the ground, right? So they bring in a shitload of excavators and a bunch of people just ripping out big giant gas tanks, old gas tanks out of the ground, and then get the gas pumps out of there and all that shit. Pull down all the branding off the store, tear out the inside of the store, all that stuff. And then people were the to-do was like, what's going to go in that, where that convenience store was? Like, there was a 7-Eleven there. Like, what's going to go in that store? And there was a big to-do with me personally, constantly asking Vicky every time we drove by it, what's going to go in there, bro? What's going to go in there? What's it going to be, dude? Is it like maybe a pizza? Maybe some za? Get some of that fucking thin crust delicious za, like maybe a Pagliacci's. If you guys have ever eaten at Pagliacci's, that pizza fucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that pizza fucks hard. It's so good. And there's a smaller chain. How many Pagliacci's are there? Hold on to your butts for a Google search. It's gonna be so fucking thick. Pagliacci's total locations. How many are there? 26 locations, and there's not one close to me. And I love Pagliacci pizza. I would love to be sponsored by Pagliacci pizza. Pagliacci pizza, check it out. Stuff it in your mouth hole because it's good for you. It's good for you. It will give you rock hard, tasty abs. Yeah. Not guaranteed. None of these claims are guaranteed by anybody with any level of seriousness. Okay. Anyhow, maybe something like that's gonna go in there. What's gonna happen, dude? Like, oh my god, it's gonna be fucking. Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking cool. There's gonna be like a great new thing on the corner. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe a donut shop. I don't know. Lo and behold, after months of them extracting the dirty old gas tanks out of the ground, a shitload of crews show up and start digging up the ground again. Oh my god, what's going on? Why are they digging up the ground? Is there something cool gonna happen? Is there something cool gonna happen? Nope, they're putting gas tanks back into the ground. They're putting gas tanks back into the ground because there's going to be a Chevron station on the fucking corner where there used to be a gas station that failed at being a gas station. Do you understand, like, how fucking ridiculous this goddamn country is? Mm-hmm. Don't put anything good on that corner that people would like to go to, where people could talk to each other, or people could sit down and look at each other in the eye, or have like a local business that could be doing something locally. I don't even care if it's a fucking cock ring store, okay? Like, I don't give a shit if it's got to be something local. Something fucking local. Nope. There's a gas station on one corner. There's a gas station on the other corner. There's a gas station on the other corner. And now there will be a gas station on all four fucking corners of one fucking intersection. Why? It's all the same fucking gas. This one's a Shell station. This one's a Chevron. This one's a fucking BP. This one's a goddamn whatever the fuck. It's all the same gas. It's coming from the two refineries up in Anacortes. It's all coming from the same fucking refinery. Now we have 4 fucking gas stations on the goddamn corner. This is the only thing that could happen on the corner in an intersection in the fucking United States is a gas station and fucking sugar processed cheese fucking goddamn store. That's the only thing that we can do here. That's all. We're singularly focused on driving our car to a corner, then buying some fucking cheese and gasoline, and then driving around until we run out of cheese and gasoline so we could drive to the other corner and buy gas on the other side of the road and find out what the fuck are we doing? Welcome to the United States. You can't even have health care, but you'll have a fucking gas station on every goddamn corner that you approach. You will drive up to a corner, there will be 100 gas stations up into the fucking sky until one of them explodes and we all die. That's how it's gonna go. That's it. Welcome to the fucking modern day Trump America, where we're all gonna fucking live in it, and then until, heaven forbid, you get a fucking hangnail that gets infected and you can't even get treatment and you die of fucking some disease that hasn't been around for 1,000 years. You know, like, because why the fuck would you need, why would you need something like, I don't know, a clinic where people could go to because they have fucking nail in their foot? No, gas station. It's going to be another goddamn gas station. That's how it's going to be. You know, we need Guys, you know what we need? We need fucking more gas stations. I hope we get more gas stations.
We need intersections that are harder to get in and out of because idiots in and out of gas
You know what we
stations.
need? You know what we need? We need a gas station in the middle of the intersection.
Ooh, a roundabout with a gas station right in the center. Because that won't confuse Americans.
An intersected gas station in the middle of a roundabout. Because, heaven forbid, you get a stop sign at an intersection and Americans will fucking consider putting a gun in their mouths because they had to stop at a stop sign. Put a roundabout in so you don't have to stop at a stop sign anymore. The Americans will want to put the gun in their mouth again because they think we're turning into Europeans or something. And
have no idea how to use it.
And have no idea how to. They drive straight over the middle fucking thing. How many videos are there? Hold on, I gotta find one. This will take half of a second.
That is why we have giant trucks. Not because we go for buying, but because there may be a roundabout in our state and we must drive directly through it.
Where's somebody driving over one? Why can't we find a fucking video for this shit?
God forbid it be the one in Wenatchee with 3 lanes in it, because
oh my god, there's 20 videos on how to drive in a roundabout. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Talk about the dumbing down of America.
Oh my god. Either way, I'm sorry. I was trying to find a video of people crashing over the roundabout, and I got 5,000 responses on how to drive around a roundabout. People have been high searching that. It's a big search engine optimized video to make where you get on the internet and you go like, hey guys, do you know how to fucking drive around a roundabout? Okay, well, welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to drive around a roundabout. I'm not even going to tell you how to drive around a roundabout until I get done with my fucking 2-minute intro about what the video is about. Okay? Oh, and hold on. AI made me an intro that you guys could watch. So wait for this. Oh, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to talk about how to drive around a roundabout. You've been at a roundabout before, haven't you? And you said, oh, what do I do? You're like, fucking Jesus Christ. Here we are. Welcome to America. We're going to make videos. We're going to make videos about how to drive I would almost guarantee you it's from people that have no fucking clue how to drive. And second of all, we're going to put a gas station on every corner on top of everyone's head, just in case. We're going to mandatory backpack gas tank challenge where everyone has to have a backpack with at least a minimum 5 gallons in it, just in case somebody's car runs out of gas at any point in time. You'll be able to just quickly top them off at any point, whenever we got to go. But heaven forbid we put in a fucking bike lane where everyone will suddenly show up to every goddamn community meeting, frothing at the mouth, screaming like a bitch baby that somebody is riding their bicycle on the goddamn road. Like, what the fuck is happening? I don't know what to tell you. I rode my bike for a long time. I got forced into getting my driver's license. The goddamn company I worked for said, we can't have somebody work here if they can't drive the van because we don't have enough reliable people to take the van to the jobs, and we need you to do it because you're reliable, because you show up to work for some godforsaken reason. And I'm like, I don't know what the fucking reason is either. It's probably because I'm in abject poverty because my parents weren't fucking wealthy. So then I got my driver's license, and then I had to start dealing with the fact that you got to have insurance, and you got to have a car, and you got to get the oil changed, and you get the tires rotated, and you got to go in and get your transmission serviced, and you got to fucking, I don't know, get all of the whores from, you got to get them away from your car because, like, they're all just coming at your beautiful vehicle because the women, they can't stop coming. They can't stop coming for your vehicle. They're just scratching at the windows trying to get in. No, they're not. You're paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars every month for a piece of shit that was made by a corporation that doesn't give a fuck about you, that probably put a failsafe into that car that it won't last longer than 7 years and it'll start to fucking break down. So you guess what? Will be motivated to go buy a new car. And if you don't believe me, just go look up the fucking goddamn all of the what do you call it? The civil action. Witchy Cat, help me out here.
Or you lost me. The civil.
When everybody sues a company for being fucking shitty, what's that called?
Class action lawsuits.
Class action. There we go. I'll go look up all the class action lawsuits about the American car makers in the late 80s or early 90s, because there were a shitload of them, because the documents came out. They found out that, guess what? The American car producers were all in cahoots around the idea of building a car that would fall apart fast enough so that they could sell cars more often to people, because they didn't want to make a lasting product. And guess what? They still do the same shit. They still do the exact same shit. They just cover up their tracks better, and they still get caught because they're fucking idiots. But they cover up their tracks better than they used to.
And now because we get to pay more for them more frequently.
What's that?
After January.
What did you say?
Now we get to pay more for them more frequently after January.
It's gonna be worse.
Yep, exactly.
It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. And guess what? There'll be a gas station on top of your gas station in no time, baby. No time.
Right. It's not going to be lending libraries. It's going to be little cans of gas, like the red box for gas cans on every street
As a matter of I should probably make one of those. Need a gallon? Need a quick gallon? Hey, community gallons. Hey, the blue ones are diesel. Hey, fucking chill.
I've even got a couple of yellow kerosene.
Oh, wait, I got that backwards. The yellow ones are diesel. Is that right? Wait, blue's kerosene.
Yeah,
Holy
blue is
shit.
kerosene, yellow is diesel.
Yellow's diesel.
Red is gas.
Fucking yellow's diesel. I was going to put kerosene in somebody's diesel truck. Shit.
Well, that'll learn them.
Gas, can, coloreds.
Whoops.
S. Let's double check before we ruin ourselves. Blue is kerosene. Green is who the fuck knows. Red is gasoline. Yellow is diesel. Oh, green is classified as vintage.
So that's the higher, like the airplane mix stuff. Yeah. We used to run that through the GTO.
No, I think green is just vintage. Like they just make some green ones because they look like old.
Can.
They look like old Jeep cans or something. I don't know.
The old metal ones.
What's orange? Orange is what? Transmission fluid? Who the fuck? What the fuck, guys? What are we doing?
Is that like a lawn mix, like the oil gas mixes for small engines?
For putting onto your lawn? Yeah. That's the green one. The green one's the gasoline that's for your grass, right?
I didn't mean for the grass.
Oh, Skog says green would be leaded. Actually, that does play off of the vintage fucking bullshit.
That's what I meant when I was thinking.
Hey guys, we just spent a good 100 years just fucking dousing the atmosphere in aerosolized lead. Do you think that's going to cause a problem? Do you think that has something to do with Mitch McConnell's fucking fucked up brain? Do you think the fact that he spent the first, I don't know, 100 years of his life breathing in lead the whole time, that we've had to deal with him for the last 60 years, having lead poisoning?
He just cosplays Mr. Magoo now.
Demented narcissism from lead poisoned brains. Lead poisoning brain effects. Because I do remember like reading about yep, here it is. Here it is right here. Lead can cause such behavioral problems such as reduced attention span, increased antisocial behavior, and learning problems. Is that me? It could be me.
Were you eating paint chips as a child?
No, they were spraying it in the atmosphere with every fucking car driving around.
Right? That and DDT. You probably missed the DDT, but They used to spray that through my neighborhood regularly for the mosquitoes.
Yeah. Here it is. Lead exposure can cause lead exposure can harm the regions of the brain responsible for cognition, decision making, impulse control, and emotional regulation, aka Mitch McConnell, right there. Which is why he falls down and gets covered in those black bruises. I think it's the lead. I think it's the lead poisoning. What's that?
Does he fall down a lot? Are we sure there's just not an aide behind him tripping him secretly out of spite?
Well, all we see is the effect, the after effect.
That's true.
Mitch McConnell bruises. He has all these crazy black bruises. Like, it's happened so many times.
Maybe it's just one giant liver spot that's slowly growing into a permacan.
No, because it's changing and it pops up randomly. It's because he's like falling down.
Awesome.
All right, I'm not showing images of this guy. We'll probably get banned. We'll probably get banned for. What?
Oh, for sure. Oh, nothing. Falling down. It just triggered something to add to something else. Sorry, go on.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, I was thinking of a movie list that I'm putting together that Falling Down should be on.
Falling Down should be on there. There. I agree.
Yeah.
What's wild is the colors at the pumps are green for diesel and red is off-road diesel. Can't even make the color code system easy. Yes, Mike Kirkpatrick. Yes. Why? Why is that? Because the cans are yellow, right, for diesel, but the pump is green. So this all makes total sense, right? And then off-road diesel is red at the pump. Unleaded gas is black, the black handle, but the can is red. I don't know if off-road diesel has a can. Does it have a can?
What is off-road diesel? Why is it different than standard diesel?
You don't know what off-road diesel is? Oh my God! We shall enlighten my lady, the witchy cat. Oh, yeah. Are you ready for some fucking facts? God damn. Well, the farm lobby went to the United States government and kept complaining about paying taxes for fuel. Can you believe it? Can you believe the farms kept going up to the Senate and going, we're paying taxes for fuel. This is bullshit. And as a matter of fact,
ConAgra, not the guy down the road.
It's not the guy down the road. But so there is off-road / farm diesel, whichever one you want to refer to it. It has a red coloring in it. That's the only difference that it is. So it looks like fucking Kool-Aid. That's you purchase for off-road / farm use, and you don't pay taxes on it. That's the difference. So if you are driving down the highway and somebody suspects you, and I mean the State Patrol or basically State Patrol, I think, are the only people
who would even care.
I mean, Border Patrol, maybe. I don't know. I bet Border Patrol probably pulls people over for it just because they're like, we suspected, we suspected, and it turns out we thought that they were Mexicans, but we don't really want to tell people that they were Mexicans, but we thought that they were running off-road diesel, and so we pulled them over for it, and then it turned out that they were American citizens, and they had a cell phone, and then they recorded us asking them about their citizenship, which technically in a couple of states you can do now. So they don't pay taxes on it, but they'll pull you over, and they put a dipstick down into your tank, and if it comes out red, bada boom, bada bing, you're going to get yourself a goddamn fine. That's how they verify whether or not you're burning farm off-road diesel in your truck. They put a dipstick in your tank, and if it comes out red, they're like, Bob's your uncle. Here's a big-ass ticket.
All right. Well,
so
now I
know. Basically, all that fuel is supposed to go into combines. Like, so if you went to a farm and you siphon diesel out of a combine, it'll be fucking bright. Red. It'll be bright red. Yeah, it'll look like whack Kool-Aid. And I will tell you guys, I want you guys to understand something. it may look like Kool-Aid, but I guarantee you, as I have tasted it on accident a few times when I wasn't so good at siphoning.
Out of hose. There you go.
I would say I'm probably still not all that great at siphoning, even though I've done it a million times. I still get it in my mouth sometimes, but, you know, I just happen to be one of those guys that does like to get it in the mouth every once in a while. Anyhow, it doesn't taste like Kool-Aid, so don't drink it.
Okay.
You will not feel good if you drink it, and it will not taste good if you drink it. You'll probably have diarrhea and throw up, and maybe have to go to the doctor. But joke's on you, because there is no doctor to go to. There's only gas stations.
That's right.
There's only gas stations. If you go to the gas station and you're like, I drank some of the red Kool-Aid, they're going to give you kitty litter. That's all that they can do for you. They're going to give you a bag of kitty litter. They won't even tell you what to do with it. They're just going to give you a bag of kitty litter and be like, all right, bro, and then send you on down the road. Because welcome to America. You get bags of kitty litter. But by the way, you will be it's an upcharge for the kitty litter. You know, it's not, you're not even going to pay the amount that it costs at the store. They're actually going to double the price because you're in an emergency, right? You're like, I'm in an emergency. I drank the red Kool-Aid stuff. They're like, shit, this kitty litter is normally like $6.99. Fuck this guy. It's $13.99, baby. Because it's not double. It's double plus $1. That's how it works. Who's the dollar for? Yep. You know, the dollar's for the general. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that's going to go. And I don't recommend it. It just learn from someone else's experience. You don't have to do everything that is the worst in order to find out that it's not good, right? Like you don't need to get shot. You don't need to get shot by a bullet in order to know that getting shot by a bullet is bad, right? You just learn by other people's experience. Like someone else is like, hey, being shot by a bullet, like it sucks balls. Like it's not good, you know, unless you like sucking balls. And then maybe that is your, maybe, I don't know, but it's not good. You just learn. You just learn from them. Like Jay Leno. Yeah, learn from like Jay Leno. Learn from like Jay Leno, for sure. Doesn't burn as clean, I think. I'm not sure. I think it burns the same. From everything that I read on that a long time ago, because we were running farm diesel in a what do you call it? A boiler. It was like a big water. It's a big portable water boiler, so that we could hot water wherever we wanted to go. We could take the truck out with the trailer. It's a big water boiler on it, and we can make hot boiling water shoot out of a hose. You know what I'm saying? Some people get in for that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They get into it.
Farm boiler. What would you? Okay. Well, I guess we know what they're going to do with all the FDA red dye number whatever when they take it out of things. They'll just pour it into the diesel.
I couldn't help but notice on my way home as I passed by the Flying J, and they were advertising their regular highway number 2 diesel at $3.99 a gallon. So that brings me to my question about the difference between the off-road dyed and regular highway diesel. Is there a practical benefit to the off-road stuff besides the tax incentives? Here we go. Yeah, I mean, so, okay. Hold on. My brain's slightly woken up from the fog of no sleep. If
what was in that water?
If the red dyed diesel burned and like fucked up motors, if it burned any different, there would be complete outrage, right? Because you're putting the red diesel into stuff, a $2 million combine. Yeah. You know, like there would be some serious outrage if it burned any different. So it really is no different. It's not going to affect a motor one way or another as far as longevity goes, because if it did, it would cause like some serious rage from the hillbillies, right? And I would say hillbillies, as those are my brethren, the ones that would be outraged, and would probably end up doing something about it, as opposed to just hoping that some gold toilet shitting diaper wearing freak show from New York, born to a neo-Nazi billionaire, would fix it for them. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the hillbillies that would actually do shit, as opposed to just leaving $5 in the tithing bucket at the church and hope that the church just does the shit for them. You know, I'm talking about the real hillbillies, right? Like the kind of people who actually like pick up their saw and go do work, as opposed to the people that think a billionaire is going to bail them out of their own personal problems, right? Which is, frankly, I mean, I see these people driving around, you know what I mean? Like, I see them daily, right? Like, I live in an area of the world where there's, frankly, what you call it, like, performative country. Does that make sense? I'm talking about guys that have, you know, 35-inch mudders on their truck with 26-inch wagon wheel, like $4,000 rims on their truck that is so jacked up that you could never hook a trailer up to it. If it was a life and death situation, there's no extension long enough to even get a hitch down to the ground to actually hook a trailer up to these fucking jacked up pieces of shit.
You're 6'5" and still need a sidestep.
While they roll coal up and down fucking 20-mile-an-hour side roads in front of elementary schools and think that they're really fucking cool. I see that all the time, you know. But I also see all of the time the guy driving the fucking 1989 Ford Ranger with, you know, the body is blue and one of the doors is red and the other door, not even sure. It's not even off a Ranger. It's off an S10, but it's been hammered in and it's fucking white, you know, and it's got a ladder rack on it that was welded by a guy who fucking still chews like broadleaf tobacco for some unknown fucking reason in the back of his out back behind his house. And they're doing shit. And they're doing shit. And those guys are getting busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got dirty pants. They got fucking, they got shoes they bought at Salvation Army. You know, they're just doing it. They're doing stuff. Meanwhile, wagon wheel jacked up rolling coal diesel guy is bitching about the fact that there's only 3 gas stations on the 4 corners at an intersection. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't even have the turn radius to go make a fucking U-turn to get back to one of the gas stations, because he has now gone down the road and run out of fucking fuel, you know. So I see that all the time. I see it quite a bit, and it's infuriating.
Yeah.
Hooking up a 5th wheel to the hitch jacked up. Yeah. Yeah, you could put like the plate onto the hitch for a 5th wheel up on there, all fucking ridiculous. That might work. Yeah, I mean, it's a good look. It's a good look. People are liking it. People are writing home about it. They're sending shit to their moms, and you know. Witchy Cat, what's going on in the mountain? Are you fucking snowed in? Are you stuck?
Yeah, I'm still stuck. I won't be out until March.
You think it's gonna stay solid the whole time?
Yeah, we're due for another 6 to 8 inches by next weekend.
That's so hot right now. That's so hot right now. You know? Another 6 to 8 inches, you know?
Baby.
Wave of the future.
That's right.
My buddy wanted me to go snowboarding with him this weekend, and I like almost said yes. And I gotta tell you, I had a really long conversation with him that I was like, I desperately want to go snowboarding with you. I really do. But I'm not going to. And he's like, what? And I was like, I need to explain my reasoning just so that he understands and I understand that it's not a lack of caring or a lack of like wanting to spend time together. That I was like, it's about me, right? And he's like, "What the fuck, man? This is getting too deep." And I was like,
It's not you, it's me about snowboarding.
I was like, "Look, you be the little spoon, I'll be the big spoon, and let's cuddle. We'll snuggle, and we'll talk about why I'm not going to go snowboarding with you." Anyhow, we didn't spoon, but we did have sex, but we didn't spoon.
Oh well, all right. I mean,
Anyhow, so I was talking with him.
You don't have.
So I was talking with him, and I was like, "Look, I understand me, right? I started snow skiing when I was 3 or 2.5. I think I was 2.5 when I started snow skiing.
You were dinky.
My parents promised me when I was a little guy, when I was like 3, that because I wanted to have ski poles, but they said you can't have ski poles. You're too little. You're too little for ski poles. It's too dangerous, and you're fucking wild, and we can't trust you with poles. Okay.
Not sure at 43 I'd hand you a ski pole, so I can see that. Go on.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. The danger.
I've seen you.
The danger is real. You know what I'm saying? Like the danger is legit, and they knew it. So there was an agreement that, which is the funniest thing ever, because they're like, as soon as you can go down the slalom runs by yourself, then we'll get you poles. Which of course means just go do that then. So by the time I was 5, I had ski poles and could go down fucking Black Diamond and shit like that. So I skied up until I was about 11, I think, 11 or 12. And a thing called the snowboard came out. Now, I want to verify something here. Hold on. We have to look this up. We have to look up the history. Would I have looked this up ahead of time? Sure, if I knew that we were ever going to get to this conversation. Sure. Snowboards first for sale apocalypse. I can never spell apocalypse correctly. Let's see.
Yeah, I always end up with alpaca lips.
Let's see. I want to see when the first. Oh, they got purchased in 1993. So I'm thinking it was like 1990. 1991, I think. Let me see.
This is finding meaning in hobbies. When your
hobby
is Googling.
I got the initial board that I got was an Apocalypse, and it was the first Apocalypse board that was available. Arrived in the U.S. in the 1990s, according to that link, 92, 97, but I think it was 1991 because I think I was 11. And it was that. It was the all black one that just said Apocalypse on it. It was it was basically like the first real like available good snowboard that was built the same as a ski, right? So it was that laminate layered board. All the boards before that were like weird one-off type shits. And there was like some Burton and things like that, but the stuff back then was so like one-off for snowboards. Because they were new back then, you know? Like, I know that people are like, hey, it's 2024, man. Snowboards been around forever. No, snowboards have not been around forever. They were released in my lifetime as a thing. And by the way, we were harassed like a motherfucker. And still to this day, like a lot of snowboarders are harassed by people that ski, right? Because they're snobs. And they're snobs and they bought a house for 3 blueberries in 1993, or 1983 or 1973. Who the fuck knows? The people are old, and they have old money because they had a paper route when they were 5 in 1949.
In the 40s. There you go.
Yeah. And so they bought a house with their paper route money from 1949, right? So anyhow, I had that board. I had a bunch of other boards, but I kept that board forever because it was kind of a collector's item. I believe I sold it in the early 2000s for drug money or something. I don't know. I probably partied. It was probably super fun at the time, and who knows? Who cares? I had it for a long time. Somebody desperately wanted it because it was an actual classic old OG board. Somebody bought it from me, and I never looked back at that board ever again. But I did snowboard up until about the year 2010-ish, something like that. Going probably 5, 6, 7 times a year, just not a lot, but not enough to still be adept. And the conversation that I had to have with my buddy this weekend was, I know me, and I know that I'll get into this, and then I'll have to buy a board, and then I got to buy new boots, and then I got to buy new pants, and then I need new goggles and a jacket and a new helmet. Even though I got a helmet, probably got to get a different helmet. And I got to get a new board, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go up like 20 times. I got to trick out the family. It's $150 for a day pass now on the weekend.
That's Snoqualmie? Jesus.
Stevens,
okay.
Or Baker, or name it, Crystal, Schweitzer.
Yeah.
Black Diamond, like whatever.
Yeah.
It's all it's $150.
They're all ridiculous.
It's $150. You find a deal for a $75 lift ticket or something, you're still gonna go up and spend $75 on fucking hot dogs and $9 soda pop, even though you don't want the soda pop because you need to get the cup so that you could get ice water because you're thirsty as fuck.
Right.
It's going to be a $9 cup. That's just a Coca-Cola cup or a whatever, the wax paper cup, and so, there's that. And then it's like, let's say I go up 20 times. At minimum, let's say I find $100 deals. That's $2,000, plus the gas money, plus the drive-in, plus the days that we have to go do it. So we're not going to be making money. You're out spending money, right?
Right.
Board binding, boots, pants, new jacket, gloves. Like, I have gloves. I have stuff. But the gloves I have are good for, like, playing in the snow. They're not good for snowboarding.
Right.
Anyhow, you get into this whole thing, it's going to be another fucking $5,000 adventure, easy. I'm going to do it for a little while. And then, it's a snow-based hobby, right?
Yep.
You need fucking snow in order to go snowboarding. Otherwise, I don't know what you're doing. You're land boarding?
Mudboarding?
Mudboarding? Dirt boarding? I don't know what you're doing. You're doing something. It's probably exciting. And it's probably not safe. Let's be honest, guys.
Yes, it's bad on the board.
Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest, guys. Dirt boarding, not safe, okay?
No.
It's not fucking safe, gee. It's not safe, gee. Jeeves. Whoever the fuck I'm talking to. Gina, it's not safe. So anyhow, I was like, look, I can't do it. That's why. And he was like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm like, let's go ride bikes. I got a bike. I got a bicycle. We go ride bicycles around.
There you go.
So we got a bike date now. We're going to go ride bicycles around and be not very social because we're just going to be riding bikes.
That's cool.
And it's like, I'll look at his buns while he's riding his bikes in front of me, and he'll be looking at my buns while I'm riding bikes in front of him. That's what we'll be doing, And then people will go, welcome to the Buns Show.
There will be no spooning.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's like it's that whole like it's that whole part of the topic. It's like finding meaning in your hobbies, right?
Right.
And like snowboarding is fucking awesome, and I love doing it, and it's fucking rad, and it's a great time, and it's awesome. But like I said, it's just set a pile of money on the ground and light it on fire, and I'm just not in that position. And the reason that I'm like find meaning in my hobbies, there's a goddamn canvas sitting on my easel back there that still has a tag on it because actually it's a bot canvas. It's not even one I stretched myself. And it would be much easier for me to find some meaning in putting some paint on that canvas. And I could do that. And I don't even need to go anywhere. I could work on my fish tank. And I could do that. And I don't even need to go anywhere. And I'm constantly feeding this fat puffer fish back here. Hey, what are you doing? He's lurking for food. I can see him back there. He's hungry again, even though I fed him earlier. And the reason that I bring that up is that when we talk about like finding meaning in your hobby, it's doing an action that is going to ultimately necessarily benefit not only the near future but the longer future, right? And one of the things that I always like to point to people, there never is wasted time in the art. There never is time in there never is wasted time in expanding your knowledge, expanding your sympathy, your empathy, your understanding of other people's experiences in this world. That there's no wasted time in that. And one of the reasons that like the Planet Take hobby is so important to me, and one of the reasons that I've promoted it for so long, even though I hardly even really spend a lot of time covering it on this channel anymore, is the fundamental foundation of learning to understand like how growing plants, how the ecosystem exists and is able to generate, regenerate, grow something from essentially nothing, is, I think, a fundamental like a foundation of knowledge that every adult, especially in the United States, should have. And I would say 95% of them are lacking any understanding how fucking tomatoes are grown, how peaches are grown, how kale is grown, how butterleaf lettuce is grown, how chicken meat is grown, right? How, you know, you can sit there and go down the list. And the reason that I think that there's a serious lack of knowledge is very easy to look on our public forward-facing websites. Where there is a lack of knowledge, there is typically somebody making content about that lack of knowledge. And if you just look up whatever gardening thing you want to look up and suddenly realize that there's 20,000 videos about it, is that all of these people are trying to pass on this knowledge, and whether or not people are picking it up, I don't think they're picking it up, because there's so much content out there that that content would only exist if people are completely like lacking that information. Now, if it comes down to growing in your yard, there's a limited amount of time that you have to actually grow things in your yard, depending on where you live. Unless you live near the equator, then you got all year round. But if you're anybody like me who lives in the northern hemisphere, it is cold, it is wet, it is dark outside, right? The high temperature today is 42 degrees Fahrenheit, which translates to something in Celsius. I don't give a fuck. There's only 15 people here. I'm not looking it up. And the amount of daylight today is going to encompass about 8 hours. And that photosynthetic period and that temperature is not enough. Unless you have something like a greenhouse with some amended light to trick the plants into thinking that it isn't winter, you're not going to be able to grow something. But if you happen to get a box filled with water, right? Which is crazy because I point at it over here, and that's where it is. Although maybe it isn't over there. Maybe it is over here. I don't fucking know what's going on. It's backwards. a box with water and you're artificially growing tropical climate plants, right? You really start to understand all year round without the limitations of dealing with the outside. You can start to begin to understand the process of how the plants are working, how they photosynthesize, how they take in nutrients, how they turn that into themselves, right? And I think this is a really important hobby for that, and especially on the grounds of creating an environment that's beneficial for plants is essentially going to be an environment that is beneficial for the fish that are living in there, the invertebrates that are living in there. What the fuck are snails? Are snails something? I don't know. Snails that are living in there. All the infusoria that's living in there, all the other crazy things that you're going to be dealing with in a planted aquarium. That you can do all year round. You're not bidden by like, oh, I have to wait for spring and then hopefully plant these rutabagas and then see how that turns out in 4 months, right? You'll actually have a basic foundation of being able to deal with your day-to-day and being able to start having a real foundation of knowledge that will actually grant you a lot more independence than I think most people realize, right? If you have a solid foundation of knowledge in a lot of different things, it's going to grant you a level of independence that I don't think most Americans even realize. And I think it's paramount to try and like at least explain that to not only younger people, but to people my age and to older people, because like you might be out there going like, I'm 60 years old. Like, fucking bitch, you got possibly another fucking 50 years on this goddamn planet. You might as well buckle down and start figuring out some stuff, right? You might as well.
Yep.
What were you going to say? You had something.
I was going to say that, and even if, aquascaping itself on its own isn't something that interests you, you never learn just one thing from any of these. It teaches you plumbing. It teaches you basic construction skills if you're building your own shelves or your own cabinetry. It teaches you all of these other things. There's always something that will connect to your own interests in everything you learn. That's one of the things I found, and that's part of why rabbit hole learners happen. Oh, well, that took me to this, which also, oh, well, that took me to, and that's, yeah. So that goes back to your point of it makes you learn more well-rounded stuff. The more well-rounded you are, the more you'll be self-sufficient.
I think we killed the chat. Nobody's chatting anymore.
I know.
We've murdered the chat, you sons of bitches.
I didn't mean to.
No, we murdered it. It died. Nobody said anything in a while. Nobody said anything in 20 minutes.
Once you stop talking about roundabouts, man, people are out.
They're done, man. They don't want to chat no more.
Fuck like, that.
Shit, he's moved on from the roundabouts. I came here for the roundabout rants.
They're still here. It's just 15 people still here. They just ain't talking.
No, they
Alyssa's tearing downstairs, so that's only fair.
Is she tearing downstairs?
She took that second staircase down. It's gone. She posted pictures of it a little while ago.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Recap.
This is that part where I log into Discord to go look at the hot pictures.
Hot.
That's a turtle picture.
Demo pictures. A little further down. Project Corner.
Oh, we have to go to the Project Corner because that's where we keep that shit. No, she's destroyed the stairs.
They are no more.
Well, somebody should remind her that we're not going. Now we can't go up and down the stairs anymore.
She got to go outside.
We already had to do that.
Yeah. She wants that pantry, damn it.
Well, she moved the tanks that were in the way. That was the bigger deal. Yep. She already has moved the tanks that were in the way, out of the way. That's
right, D-Rock. Water changes are perfect for houseplant.
Sure hope it wasn't a structural staircase. Staircases are inherently not structural. Well, by the way that they're made, designed, and the fact that they don't carry load.
Other than our own fart arches.
What's that?
I said other than our own fat asses as we go up and down them.
Speak for yourself.
All right. Yours is not fat. Alyssa's is not fat. Mine is, sadly, fat. All right. Or do you just float up and down stairs? Is that what I'm to understand?
Yes. There you go.
I see. All right. My bad.
I'd be floating.
Floating on your
I'd
own
be
fart
floating
wizard
in
power.
the sky. Who's this? I keep seeing a post of some guy. Who's this guy?
Which guy?
Some
So many guys.
shirtless guy with a backpack on, but now I can't find it. I was gonna.
I'm unknowing.
Huh. I don't know. Maybe we'll get to the bottom of it later at some point.
Guitar.
You may never know.
It's true. Excuse me. Sorry. The failure of man. Now I'm curious where you were going with that one.
What's that?
Said the failure of man. I was curious where you were going with that one.
I already talked about that. It's fucking gas stations on 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 gas stations and corporations that just eat corporations that eat corporations that eat corporations until there's one. And then
I thought that was
we
economic
get
depression, but there you go.
and then we just get butt fucked into oblivion by insane prices and then go, I don't know, maybe it's Joe Biden's fault. You know,
Right.
I saw a TikTok the other day. Somebody sent it to me. Somebody was coherent enough to send me a goddamn TikTok instead of sending me a fucking email about their fucking rotten problems. Present company excluded, by the way.
All right.
Some weird fan. Duh. Never mind. Not you. It's a me
I know it
problem.
wasn't me.
It's a me
Okay.
problem, okay? Anyhow,
It's not you, it's me.
but somebody sent me a TikTok, and it was a guy that was talking about how, you know, he was basically going like, we spent the last 4 years trying to explain the economy to people and how the president doesn't make the gas prices, but the president influences the legislation regarding gas prices and the fact that the United States is producing more gasoline, more energy, and more oil than any country has ever produced ever. And yet these motherfuckers would drive their gas vehicles and diesel vehicles all around to put stickers up on gas pumps of Joe Biden saying, I did that. And if people want to sit there and claim, like, I didn't see that Joe Biden sticker, I would call you a liar. Because they were fucking everywhere. They were in like every state. They were in like every state that I went to. Different versions of them, right?
Yep.
They look like this. They look like this. These motherfuckers would drive around after spending money on stickers. They would drive around to gas pumps and put these stickers on gas pumps. Do you understand the level of cognitive dissonance?
Carpooling?
What's that?
Are you implying they were not carpooling?
I'm not implying. I'm stating that they weren't. They bought these stickers. They bought these stickers. They drove around and put these on gas pumps. And the level of cognitive dissonance of how fucking stupid that you have to be to spend money on this shit and then drive around burning the thing that you claim is too expensive to buy and use in order to put these up on the things that dispense the thing that you claim is too expensive to buy or use, and that somehow it was this dude's fault. By the way, the guy who approved fracking, right? The introduction of fracking was this guy and Barack Obama. the ones that have made gas actually affordable in the United States, was those two fucking dudes, right? So if you wanted to claim that Joe Biden was somehow at fault for raising the gas price, you would first have to need 5 minutes of fucking, like, recent American history. Like, we're not talking about the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 70s, the 80s. We're not talking about any of that shit. We're talking about 15 years ago. Like, this is in your lifetime, right? That Barack Obama and Joe Biden ushered in fracking in the United States so that we could pull all of the oil and shale, or pull all of the oil out of the shale sands and whatnot, which I did not agree with at the time. I did not think that damaging the environment to that degree is going to be worth it. Whether I agree with it or not, it doesn't change the fact of why fucking gasoline and oil and everything is as cheap as it is in the United States, and we're producing more than we ever produced. But on an even stupider fucking, the reality that we live in, on an even stupider group of people driving around putting those stickers on, ignore the guy that they fucking praise like some kind of golden god. The fact that when he was president, flew to Saudi Arabia to meet with the oil producers of the Middle East and Russia in order to get them to stop making so much oil so that the U.S. petrodollar wouldn't collapse during a global pandemic. Like, you should have fucking been paying attention to the news during the global pandemic, but you fucking didn't. You sat around and listened to fucking Joe Rogan. You listened to Jordan Peterson. You listened to Ben Shapiro. You listened to fucking Timmy Pool, and all of these people that have been found out to have been funded by Russia, by the way. They've been taking fucking dark money from fucking goddamn overseas to spread disinformation in this fucking country. And yet, you can't even follow the fact that your golden goose, your fucking golden god, the guy who can do no wrong, who's a proven fucking rapist, who talked to Howard Stern on the radio as to why he bought the Miss America, not even the Miss America pageant, the Junior Miss America pageant, the Teen Miss America pageant, so that he could go into the dressing rooms because he owned the production, okay? So he could hang around teenage girls getting naked, getting dressed for their Teen Miss America pageant. Do you understand, like, how catastrophically fucking brain-fucked you have to be to not even follow the guy that you claim to follow, who went to the Middle East, put his hands on a glowing orb with a bunch of fucking crazy demonic oligarchs, right? Who fucking throw people off of the top of buildings because they find out that they're gay, right?
Right.
To stop pumping so much oil so that our fucking oil economy wouldn't collapse during a global pandemic. All the meanwhile peddling the fact that the pandemic wasn't real and wasn't happening.
Please drink bleach. Thank you.
Fucking what the fuck, man? I guess go buy some more stickers, I guess, and go put them on gas pumps. Oh my God, wave of the future. And you wonder why CEOs get shot on the streets of New York and people start dancing in the streets. Do you wonder? Do we just wonder why that fucking happened? You know? But this is the thing. This is my prediction. Mark my words here.
Marking now.
Ultimately, what is going to happen? This is how I feel of what is going to happen. That shit that happened to that CEO is unfortunately going to start happening to a lot of the politicians that have recently claimed that the mandate was brought by the United States voters, right? And when they start going fucking abjectly insane, I don't even think that it's the liberals or the leftists or anybody like that is going to start doing crazy shit. I honestly think it's going to be those people.
It's going to be their own people.
Yeah.
My eggs didn't go down.
When the price of eggs doesn't go down, when the price of eggs doesn't go down and the price of gas goes back up in spring like it always fucking does, when it starts going up in spring and reaching its peak in summertime because people are driving around the most, because that's how economics work in modern day late stage capitalism that we're fucking living in. Well, the money is being extracted by a solemn few like fucking crazy dudes from South America.
I paid $3 for an avocado.
Yeah. I mean, I recently, people were talking about like, oh man, you know, Elon Musk spent like $250-300 million trying to fucking win over the presidency. And I'm like, he spent that, but he also spent $44 billion to win this presidency for Trump, because all of the fucking insanity that is going on Twitter is fucking unbelievable. It is unhinged, and I don't even understand how we've reached like critical mass with some like just like the abject nonsense that is going on there every day. I don't understand how anybody even thinks it's remotely beneficial for the United States. I don't know. It looks like TikTok is probably going to get banned because of the January 19th January 19th deadline for it to be banned. Even if they go to the Supreme Court, I doubt that TikTok will exist very much longer. And I honestly believe that Donald Trump will probably uphold the TikTok ban because he's been having meetings with Elon Musk, who hopes to be the new TikTok. He thinks that Twitter is poised to be the new TikTok. You know?
Yep. It's
Recap Harris says, beginning to think that Elon Musk is the real president and Trump is just the face. Nope. Honestly, Trump is the president. He's the guy. You know, Elon Musk will be there for a certain amount of time until Donald Trump kicks him out. That's basically how it's going to go. It's how it's gone. I would say 100 times, but that is a gross undercount of how many times this happened. And if you don't believe me, just look up Bill Barr. You know, like if you, just go look up Bill Barr and see how that went. Honestly, the reality, politically speaking, Trump will continue to do the same shit that he has always done. He will keep these weirdos near him until they basically start doing something, right? Until they start doing something. And when I say that, it's like, it's not a matter of them doing a good job or them doing a bad job or anything like that. As soon as they start doing something, it will grab a headline, Trump will get pissed about it, and Trump will fire him. And then they'll replace him with another fucking weirdo out of left field, right?
The weirdos we don't see, those two predominantly being Bannon and Stone, those are the two you worry about. Musk is just too much of an extrovert.
Elon Musk is the richest guy on the planet. You definitely do have to have concerns about like whatever the fuck weird shit he's decided that he's going to push. He has the biggest platform on earth, realistically. He has the biggest platform in the fact that like he has the biggest platform that he controls. He has absolute control over it. It's not publicly traded. He took it private. The fuckery that is going on there is unbelievable. In the fact that if you just go back and look about how when Elon Musk had tweeted about he was at the Super Bowl, and then Joe Biden had tweeted he was at a football game, and Joe Biden got like a shitload of retweets and whatnot.
Right.
And Elon Musk didn't. And then suddenly you look at how, all of a sudden that changed after Elon Musk made an announcement within the company that should be changed. And they changed it. And all of a sudden he was getting 200 million retweets instead of 20 million. Right. That's why I say that like Elon Musk is a giant problem, because he has a gigantic platform that he has individual control over. He also has a satellite net. He has a satellite network that he's put up around the world. Right. That, by the way, was funded by taxpayer fucking subsidies, which is unfathomable to me, but was funded by taxpayer subsidies in order to put that up. That is also a problem. He also has a bunch of shit floating around out there other than satellites. We don't even know. He also has a bunch of cars that fucking can't drive themselves, but he claims that they can drive themselves. They're getting random weird updates from all sorts of stuff. Who knows what that's going to fucking lead to? There are a lot of concerns about Elon Musk, but he is not the president. He is not pulling the strings. He's just convincing Trump that here's a bunch of way for us to extract money. That's basically what's happening. And currently, Elon is probably seeking for a giant pardon so that all of his court cases will go away. That's realistically the big thing that Elon is there to argue for, and he wants to suck up a bunch more subsidies because the Harris and Biden administration suspended a lot of the subsidies that were going to his companies that did not seem like they were going to even be used for what they were being paid out for. Which, by the way, if you're talking about a crackdown on corruption, that's what a part of cracking down on corruption looks like. That piece of shit fucking corporate oligarchs can't take taxpayer money and use it for the wrong thing, right? That they didn't say they were going to. Still waiting for them to say that Hulk Hogan is in charge of defense schools or some shit. Actually, isn't it Dana White's wife or whose wife? WWF wife admin.
Oh, it's isn't it Vince Neil or what the hell's his name? McMahon's wife, ex-wife?
Oh yeah, the guy from WWF, not the UFC, not the Ultimate Fighting or whatever.
Yeah, no.
From the Fake Wrestling Federation, we got Linda McMahon, who is going to take over. What is she going to take over? She's been appointed for some. Yeah, the wife of the guy who created the WWF, right, is taking over the as Secretary of Education.
Right.
Yeah.
She was in charge of the small SBA at one point, which is kind of bizarre. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
She at least has some political background. Puts her half a step ahead of 2/3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a problem, but I mean, realistically, she's probably no different than oh God, what was her name?
DeVos, whatever her name was.
Yeah, Betsy DeVos. Yeah, I mean, it's probably no different that she probably wants to essentially close public schools and turn them all into charter schools. Would be my guess. I haven't looked up her politics, but I mean, my guess would be that's where she probably lands.
Well, she certainly fits right into Trump's criteria. She's got a sexual abuse lawsuit. So, she's right up there with Hesketh and all the rest of them. Oh,
yeah. This is even the weirder thing. In a quote from a New York Times article, she has no teaching background, professional experience steering education policy, other than an appointment in 2009 to the Connecticut State Board of Education, where she served for only a year, to lead the to lead the education department, an agency he has routinely singled out for elimination in his upcoming term. Yeah, he's been talking regularly about just completely eliminating the Department of Education, and my guess would be that that's probably what she's going to do, is that they're essentially going to remove or just delete the Department of Education after attempting to create all of the or restructure all of the programs in there into either a charter type funding and or just a complete removal of student loans. Essentially, they're just going to get rid of it and be like, hey, just go to a private business from now on. So anyhow, my timer went off. It's 4:13. I got to go. I want to thank everybody for the massive outreach and outpouring of super chats early on. And I guess we'll be back Friday. So I'll have to set my alarm for a Friday something, which means I'll have to put pants on and everything, which is ridiculous. But we'll fucking figure it out. You know what I mean, bros?